Welcome to English 114 Technical Writing, Chapter 2 Collaboration and Writing, with the title Approaches to Collaboration and Collaboration and Writing Process, with your reporter Juvian Fabre. Collaborative writing is the creation of a document by two or more people. Documents are created collaboratively to meet the common purposes and goals of a community of writers, editors, and readers. The first topic is approaches to collaboration. There are 5 common approaches to writing collaboratively. First is divide and conquer. Second is specialization. Next is sequence. Fourth is dialogue. And lastly, the synthesis. Let's start with divide and conquer. When the writing project is large and has clearly defined sections, it may be helpful to assign individual sections of the document to specific writers. Later in the process, the parts of the documents are brought together and combined. Next is specialization, often referred to as writing in cross-functional teams. This version of divide and conquer assigns the parts of the project to team members based on their specialty. Each member will fall into their kind of specialization and competency. Next is sequence. In this approach, several people are involved in creating document. Instead of working on it at the same time, however, they pass it from one person to the next. For example, an engineer may write a description of a new product and then hand it off to an artist who creates images. The description and images then are sent to documentation specialist who receives the description for readers who do not have the engineer's expertise and integrates the text and images and so on and so forth. Next is dialogue. When two writers are working together on a project, they may work best by sending drafts back and forth to each other, commenting and revising until they are both pleased with the final draft. This practice is common in writing where supervisors comment on the documents that their employees write, or when a writer is collaborating with an editor. Lastly, synthesis. This approach to team writing works best with 2 or 3 writers and with shorter documents. They may work together at the same computer, or they may work on the same document simultaneously from different locations using software that is designed for collaboration. Let's proceed to the next topic, which is collaboration and the writing process. Writing collaboratively uses the same steps in the writing process as those used by individual writers. First is the writing team. Some organizations have standing teams for common types of projects such as proposal writing. It should begin by identifying the skills that each member can contribute to the project and assign tasks based on those skills. Effective teams include the following roles: the team leader, which is the central contact person for team members, the planning coordinator, which is responsible for managing communication among team members, the archivist keeps minutes of meetings, and the devil's advocate, which its role is to raise concerns or point out problems. Let's proceed to planning. Planning begins by identifying your audience. As part of the planning process, you must state clearly the desired outcome of the project. Your team goal should be more than simply producing the required document. Next is budgeting time and money, which includes completion of preliminary research, organization of collected information, planning of graphics, completion of first draft, editing of late draft, document design, and the publication of document. Next is using schedule charts, which includes 3 parts. The vertical axis, which lists the various parts of the project in sequential order. Horizontal axis, which registers the appropriate time units. And the horizontal bar lines, which show the starting and end dates. Let's proceed to communication that can be done through email, computer conference, and groupware. In email, the team member can send and receive messages from their office computers or from remote locations. All you need to do is to identify the file name and the type of document. In computer conference, members of a team can make their own comments and respond to others' comments on a specific topic or project. A leader may be chosen to monitor the contributions and keep the discussion focused. Lastly is group aware. Such techniques like the body language used in face-to-face meetings, yet when personal meetings are not possible, computerized communication can provide a substitute that allows writers in different locations to work together to meet their deadline. The last part of this topic is modular writing. Modular writing is a process in which large documents are broken down into smaller elements, and different people are given responsibility for each element. These smaller elements are usually stored electronically so that they can be retrieved and edited or assembled into larger documents, help files, or web pages as they are needed. So here is an example of modular writing. So that's the end of my report. Thank you, everyone.